Taking on Bechruz Zухurov. The photos there the wrong way around, but don't be confused. Ivan in the blue corner, taking on Bechruz on back in the red. Me, Brian Lacey, alongside Brad Pickett, streaming to you here from London on ACA 106, which takes place live in the city of Sochi.
I was just about to say the first fight of the night we have an Orthodox versus an Orthodox, and Zvrila started to switch his stances.
He's keeping you on your toes, Brad. But these featherweights, both of them contain power. Both of them looking to bounce back off losses. Bechruz, one of his power shots is that overhand right. Very good in the clinch as well.
Yeah, Ivan's trying to get a bit of big consistency. He's like, since his first few fights where he won his first three, he's been loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. If you're good about telling how that pattern's going, he should be on a win tonight.
Well, if only MMA was that easy to figure out. I'm sure Bechruz will have other ideas. He's looking to make his mark, re-establish himself in this featherweight division. And when you look at the featherweight division, Brad, without a doubt, one of the most exciting in the ACA roster. Just a murderer's row of talent.
Indeed, Brian. I've seen some of the most epic fights I've seen live under ACA, and definitely within the lower weight classes, you know.
Oh, nice right hand there from Ivan, both throwing heavy leather. Zухurov, though, greeted him with a left of his own. Two minutes down in round number one.
Yeah, it's actually gone pretty quick for me. Been very even on the feet, really, I'd say. Both had their little moments. Nothing's really landed with anything significant. Both kind of figuring each other out.
Both trying to sort of make that first mark as well. They're both connected and both won it well. You can just see how heavy these shots are from Ivan coming in, but Zухurov not phased at all, not intimidated by these huge winging shots coming at him from the Belarusian fighter.
No, he's doing a great job of, like, you see him here just flinching in and out of range, you know, like making a miss or catch his shoulder or his hands, doing a good job of defending it. But yet to really fire anything off himself with any significance.
Another overhand right there coming from Žvírbля. It's like he's throwing it from Belarus as well, all the way to Sochi, the loop he has on it.
But what he's doing here is like, he's trying to keep him away, you know. Zухurov is kind of coming forward, put pressure, making him miss, but he's not really throwing anything back. He's just defending. Forward pressure, but defending. No real counters.
Like a little threat of a spinning attack there from Ivan. And so far, this whole contest has been contested at range, Brad, both trying to get in and out, hit with heavy shots, and then they separate and come back again.
I'm going to say, I think Žvírblia's having a little bit more success. I'm not landing cleanly, but he's landing a little bit more, I'd say. Just because of probably more sheer volume, but at the moment now, Zухurov kind of coming forward, have a bit more pressure. He's doing so, he's making Ivan fight hard. He's gone for a takedown here. Head on the outside single, gone for a high crotch. Beautiful wrestling.
Executed that fantastically. Žvírbля was using the cage really well, cutting angles, throwing big right hands. And then Zухurov took him to the mat, and what a takedown that was, Brad.
That's a beautiful takedown. And not only that, he showed great fighting IQ. It's kind of like a nothing sort of round, but something like this, we're definitely going to go high in the judges' minds here. But good job by Žvírbля to get back to his feet.
We saw that with the Fanil Rafikov fight with Žvírbля at ACA 102. When he got in those bad positions, he found a way of getting out of them. He was in some dire spots against Fanil Rafikov, and you could almost see Fanil couldn't believe it when he escaped for the 4th, 5th, 6th time.
it wasn't just the escapes in those positions. It was actually, remember, doing real good damage. He was actually damaging.
That's right.
Finial.
Wow, round one. This is a fun one to watch between these two featherweights, Brad.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say like not a lot to go on, but there was these two have just got a lot of information on each other. You know what they do and how they're moving. I definitely see it lighting up a little bit more within the second round. But I was really impressed in that round with that beautiful takedown here, but you know, with the head outside single going to a high crotch lift.
Now we see some of Ivan Zhubrilla, his work, and this was the takedown you're talking about, Brad. It all started here in on the single.
Yeah, he won the pipe originally, and then Zhubrilla done a great job to try and get back to his feet, but then he switched it to a high crotch, just lifted, a lot of power, good move, and managed to get the takedown and scored for quite a bit. He kept Zhubrilla on his back for a good minute of that round.
And when you look at the two fighting styles, the eye-catching striking, obviously from Zhubrilla, the right hands, the spinning attacks, the closing the distance from outside with big shots. But you've got to wonder what that takes out of your gas tank. And I know we've seen Ivan put in a lot of work against the likes of Fanil Rafikov over 3 rounds. But again, we always have this question, this cloud over us. How well have they been able to prepare under these COVID terms?
Yeah, I think it's got to be on the fighter though. Sometimes you know where your gas tank is. Like, you're aware, like when you're fighting within what I call the red zone. Like, you say you're in a car and you're putting on the gas too much, you're going to be burning more fuel. So you have to that comes with a lot of experience as a fighter to know when you're in that red zone, when sometimes to taper a little bit off. Are you going to go in the red zone because you got your opponent hurt and you can potentially finish the fight? Oh no, he's tough, he's staying in there, I need to ease off the gas tank. So that comes a lot with experience.
We are seeing once again Ivan quite literally kicking off this round with a lot of spinning attacks, a lot of high kicks, low leg kick there as well. Good work rate. That is what we're seeing consistently in his fights.
Yeah, Zhubrilla seems to be a lot more of the work coming from here, a lot more volume. I wouldn't say landing, it would be in my eyes landing more because just by law of averages he's throwing a lot more. He's definitely been busier than two.
High kick met with a spinning attack there from Zухurov.
But neither of them have really, in my eyes, landed anything super clean. Some low kicks from both of them, but none of the punches seem to hit anywhere, like hitting the arms, just glow grazing off the shoulders.
I think that will be a big test because they're both throwing with full power, full potential. But you're right, no one's had that clean shot yet. That's going to be the real test. Who can take it and give it back? Zhukurov so composed under pressure as well.
Yeah, Zhukurov, like I say, Zhubrilla's been very busy. Zhukurov is doing a good job of making him miss, but there's nothing coming back. I would like to see maybe a slip with a good counter, you know, because sometimes that's when you're most vulnerable, is when you are throwing yourself.
Zhubrilla keeping the output consistent in this second round. 2 minutes 45 seconds left of it. Zhukurov just looks like he has 2 cocked guns in his either hand. Oh, another push kick there right to the front.
Yeah, the first one landed very clean.
Oh, look at that low single attack. Great work.
Yeah, I mean, for me, a low singles looks good and managed to get down a little bit, but it's very hard to control someone's whole body when you're just holding just their ankle. So it's like, look, you know, you kind of can score, but not very well. I say going back to high percentage short moves, but you see here within this fight, Zhubrilla's definitely been the more active of the two. But you got to think about Zhukurov, maybe he's easing the back because within his last fight you saw that he gassed and got tired, and maybe he is thinking about it. But he's got to be careful now with not being as active that he's going to be losing just by being inactive.
And that's certainly as far as catching the eyes of the judges. The work seems to be coming from Ivan. Zhukurov still in there, and actually, if you look at Ivan, there's some blood coming out the nose and the mouth, possibly caused by that front kick, that push kick by Zhukurov. Oh, winging shot there.
Yeah, I'm impressed with Zhubrilla's consistent work rate. He doesn't seem to be slowing down. You think sometimes when you swing and you miss, you still get targets, you're still throwing the power, but...
Oh, he's got caught there though, Brad. Now he's in trouble. The patient work of Zухurov.
That's exactly it, Brian. He was very, very patient, and when he does the damage here...
Oh, that's it, he's out. Oh my goodness. We talk about the work rate of Ivan Zhubrilla, but going from 0 to 100 miles an hour was Zухurov. He caught him, I believe it was with the left hand, followed it in, the relentless combinations, and almost up his knees knocked out Zhubrilla.
Yeah, I mean, my hat comes off to him. He stayed very, very patient. Like I say, he effectively could have been losing on the scorecard just by not throwing as much, but he knew what he was doing there, Brian, you know. And as soon as when he got one little sniff of landing something heavy, he just pounced on it. You saw it here with the pressure. Oh, this was still within the beginning of that round. You see the work rate here. Zhubrilla just coming forward all the time. That's a couple of these 2 front kicks here, both landing. It's now coming towards the end of the fight.
And this is it, there you go. Oh, look at the speed of the combination there, Brad.
Exactly, so this is a bit of experience here. He knew exactly when to turn it on. And good stoppage by the ref. He actually was dazed. He's been down for a little bit. You know, he was literally knocked out from that. So it shows the power from that small little position that he managed to generate.
And we talk about Bechruz on his knees there, Brad, when he got that finish. And Ivan Zhubrilla was looking as good as we've seen him in any of his ACA fights. But Zhukurov, he is well known for his finishes. And he's got another one now. That takes him to 12 finishes in 14 victories. 9 of those are by knockout. And the patience there, and the composure under the pressure, and the spinning attacks, the movement of Zhubrilla, all finished by that right hand and that left.
Техническим нокаутом. Прием добивания. Одержал победу спортсмен из Таджикистана Бехруз.